Good morning, guys. I'm down here in the SCCA grid, as you mentioned. We want to take a look at this car right here. This is Chip Herr driving a former World Challenge Audi. This car was actually built in Germany, initially by Audi Sport, shipped to the United States. A World Challenge team built it into a race car for the World Challenge Series. Chip drove this car as a pro back in the day, liked it so much that he bought it, is now running it in SCCA road racing.
And I'll tell you what, Chip Herr, I had the pleasure of announcing him back in the day when he was racing in World Challenge in that Audi, and he was spectacular. That final turn, as we get set for 19 laps or 40 minutes of racing, whatever comes first, and everybody just trying to get a view of the flag stand, and we're green! And let's see what happens. Look at the fan out. Oh, is that an engine that let go, or is that brake lockup?
Not sure, Greg. It looks like an engine. It is one of the supercharged BRZs has let a motor go right in the middle of the field, but it is Mosier that gets a breakaway from the front. 3 wide for second in the back. Liller almost gets to the back of Anthony Girassi in the yellow Exige. And I really thought that we would see Chip Herr in that turbo Audi get a good jump off the start. We're going to go full course yellow as the field kind of stacking themselves up. You see everyone hard on the brakes. It looks like one of our drivers, maybe Cabrera, not seeing it quite yet.
Here, starting lap 6 of 19 or 40 minutes. Green is back out. We're racing again. And Mosier did a really nice job. But look at the run the Lotus got. Girassi on Cabrera here. And Chip Herr had to defend. Cabrera got such a good run, and that may let Girassi go around both of them. That car is going to be really agile in the brakes. He's there. He's second. Cabrera trying to stay to the outside of Herr and take over that third spot. And Chip has to give way.
I'm curious to see where the strengths of Chip's Herr car lie, because we thought it was going to be in a straight line, but it seems to be maybe he's the slowest of the top 4 in a straight line. Mosier is checking out.
Cabrera saying, I'm here, I'm here. Just loosen him up a little bit.
I'm surprised it didn't loosen him up more. Girassi was taking his time through turns 8 and 9, and Cabrera was having none of it, just squared him up right in the rear and pushed it.
And gets it woed down. Look at that. Girassi trying to stay even around the outside. And these are the dynamics of a race that I love.
When Cabrera tucks in now to get the draft, and look at Liller on Herr. Big dive on the brakes down into turn number 1. He might be too deep. Does Cabrera see him? Yes, he gets it stopped.
Yeah, I mean, ooh, and Chip running a little wide, but it's all-wheel drive. Just doing a little rallying right there. Herr got a good run here. Makes the move. This would be for the final podium spot. Question is he? Oh, big lock up there by Cabrera, and Herr slides through. Cabrera just tried to out deep Herr just a little bit, and it snuck away from him for a second. Great save, that neon. Oh, look at this. Cabrera coming right back at Herr. Get up to this battle here.
Chip Herr feeling the pressure. You see him move a car width in on the entry for that car, and it's got the rear end set up nice and loose to make good with that all-wheel drive.
It's rough right now, doesn't he? Just carrying it. Look at Herr. He has run down Girassi, even with that caution, to keep the tires on it. And now I can go. Girassi a little wide. Herr's going to pop to the outside. Watch for the over-under here. Well, he got a run. Up and around the outside through 14. And Girassi with that inside line is able to take it back, but I think Chip Herr is coming, and Liller has lost a lot of ground, as looks like Cabrera is going to catch a tow as well. This is on, Tom.
This is for second place. The over-under became the over again for Chip Herr, so he had to go the long way, but he's going to look to the inside just in case he goes on the brakes. Sure enough, up the inside, and Girassi pretty much lets it happen.
Yeah, didn't fight it too hard. Still lapping a second and a half quicker than almost out. Now let's see if Girassi using that toe. We saw that Lotus be able to have some decent speed. We know it's good on the brakes, but Chip Herr just stayed right there. It off just a little bit, but you don't want him to come in too big a chunk. This is going to be interesting. There goes Chip. Girassi wanted to go, but Chip played that perfectly. Girassi just hunting a little bit here, but the guy that's going to get caught out now is Cabrera.
Every time they come across his lap traffic, he ends up a car width off of where he wants to be.
Yeah. Sometimes traffic, what's the old saying, traffic giveth, traffic taketh away. And right now it's Girassi trying to take away second from Herr. And he got that move done early. Oh, then he moved over. That was a little bit sketchy. And Herr now just pops to the outside. It's going to open that arc up. And after that little move, I wouldn't be surprised if Herr just forces his way through.
Oh man, Girassi kind of got what he asked for there, if you ask me. He just got turned across the nose of Chip Herr. was way too aggressive down the front straight and then didn't leave any sort of racing room coming out of turn 1. So that's going to put him back behind Mark Liller. See Herr all the way out to the wall on entry, opening the car up. Now he's starting to wheel the thing just a bit. He's only got 3 minutes left to keep those tires under it, and it's for a silver medal, so it's worth going for.
Here's the battle for that final medal, the final 2 medals. Chip Herr out of 13 at 2:14, and just enough over Cabrera onto the front straight. And welcome to the Runoffs medals and the podium. Chip Herr and Cabrera. Boy, what a gutsy drive by him. Just did everything he possibly could to hang in there and put on a heck of a show. But these 2 guys here, Herr and Cabrera, they put on a great show for us, for the fans, and they earned these 2 medals as well.
They did get the better race, I will say. Joe Moser got a really awesome qualifying / time attack kind of session there. Chip Herr and Axel Cabrera got to race each other hard, and even if it's not for the position you came here for, you know, they both came here for gold, I can promise you that. But to go home with a really good race is sometimes every bit as fulfilling.
Chip, the first thing you said when you came out of the car was that felt like a touring race. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, it was at the start of the race, you know, a little bumping and rubbing, but that's all expected. And I thought I got a great start, and I just started looking in my mirror. It was filled. Man, everybody drove so clean and such close racing. I still both my mirrors. The Carbotech brakes kept us stopping all day, and the Hoosiers, they held up the whole race, and I had to hold them up to the end because the 3rd place car was coming, and we were faster in different spots. But I want to attribute the 4 rings for the Quattro to help me pull me out. So I'm just happy to be back with this car that I kind of developed in mid-2000s in World Challenge. And to run SCU is a blessing that SCCA made a class for these older cars to race in, and we're in the top 3.
What's it like to battle for position when you've got different weights of cars, size of car, power, tech?
You just have to really analyze where people are fast, and then you have to just see where you're good and try to put your car where they're good. So what a fantastic day. It's just an honor to be here, and this is awesome. Indy is just fantastic. I love this track.
Well, congratulations on the silver. Your first Runoffs, correct?